Okay, this is the first map, Barrens. It's a 1v1 flood style map. First of all, you've got your base situated at the back between the walls, and there's only a very narrow passageway through. This narrow passage continues all the way through the map. So it's like a giant S shape. It goes all the way round through the middle and then into the enemy side and right down to the enemy base. So it's quite a large S shape and it's very narrow. And then at each opposite end of the enemy base, there's a rebel base you can capture, and within the middle, there's a hook, another base, a heel, and second base, and then another hook that you can capture. So control of the middle is probably the aim of the game on this map. You want to force your enemy back into their section and probably like keep them off between this gap here, which is probably the best shot of winning the game. Okay, this is the next map, Blood River. Straight away, your base is at the right in the corner of the map on this like platform that you can see right here. And there's only two ways up to it. There's only these two paths that can go up to the map. So straight away, it's probably a nice defensive map you can start on, because the enemy has to go past both turrets and they can't get into the blind spot at the back very easily because you can't really get around there. But in the middle of the map, there's this river that separates both sides, and within the river the only way across it is this bridge here and this energy bridge right here. The energy bridge never turns off, so it's safe to cross it at all times. But on each half of the map you've got a reactor hut guarded by a few sentinels. You've got a supply elevator guarded by a few more sentinels, and then you've also got another base to capture. So that's just a mirror image of what's on the enemy side of the map as well. See, it's exactly the same. And the enemy base is at the back as well, on the platform. Okay, this is the 3v3 map. Straight away, it's sort of like Frozen Valley. You've got all the bases lined up along the back, and there's a few rebel bases situated around your half of the map. But what sets it apart straight away is the hook. Now, instead of a reactor hook, you've actually got a sentinel factory, and it builds attack sentinels and super sentinels. And also, between each side of the map, there's this huge wall of mountains that goes from one side all the way down, right to the other side. Now, the only way to pass through this is a small gap within the wall, which you have to get through here, and you can capture two energy walls in it to stop the enemy getting it through. So the control of the middle is key on this map. And then it's exactly the same on the enemy side. They've got all their bases, a sentinel factory hook, and there's a few rebel bases around which they can capture. Okay, this is my favourite map. It's the 2v2 map called Memorial Basin. Straight away you've got two bases right next to each other, and between them is a reactor hook. But in each corner, in this narrow gateway, is a free base, and you've got one in each corner of the map. So every player can grab a free base straight away. But in the middle is a huge open battleground with no things to stop your units moving around. There's no walls, no barricades, no like gaps or anything. It's just huge open ground. And then along each side is a supply elevator and a free base. So there's two free bases and a supply elevator on each side of the map. So this map is a huge open battleground you can just fight in against the enemy. There's no obstacles or anything to block you.